Hello, rainbows. Thank you for gathering for Read Aloud. Caractacus and I have chosen another Mr. Peanuts book. Now, I know, it's not Christmas, but this came from in the post, and I just have to read it because it's so funny. And it's so cute. So, it's called Merry Christmas, Squirrels. And I want you to think, as I'm reading this book, I want you to think about what kind of adventure you think Mr. Squirrel, or Mr. Peanuts, I should say, should have. Because that's what we're going to be writing about when we're done. Merry Christmas, Squirrels by Nancy Rose. Kiana, I know you're going to love this one. It's so funny. Christmas is coming, and it is Mr. Peanut's favorite holiday. He is full of Christmas spirit. He checks his mailbox every day for Christmas cards. One day, Mr. Peanuts receives a letter from Cousin Squirrel. Dear Mr. Peanuts, come visit me and spend the Christmas holidays with me. I promise it will be your best Christmas ever. Sincerely, Cousin Squirrel. Mr. Peanuts thinks the visit is a great idea. It will be fun to spend the holidays with his cousin. He gathers all his favorite Christmas sweaters. He has one for every day of his trip. He starts to pack. Who would have thought a squirrel would have so many things? Before he can go, Mr. Peanuts has to make a path with his snowblower. It's a little noisy for his other forest friends, but soon his driveway is clear. Now he can hop into his convertible and drive to Cousin Squirrel's house. Don't forget to put the top up, Mr. Peanuts. Boy, I was just going to say, that seems like a bad plan to have the top down in a snowstorm, Mr. Peanuts. When Mr. Peanuts arrives, Cousin Squirrel is very happy to see him. This Christmas will be so much fun now that I have a friend to spend it with, Cousin Squirrel says. Come inside. Cousin Squirrel brews a hazelnut latte for Mr. Peanuts. This is delicious, says Mr. Peanuts. That's so cute. Cousin Squirrel wants to show Mr. Peanuts that squirrels can have fun in the snow. What are these? asks Mr. Peanuts. Snowshoes, says Cousin Squirrel. Later they go sledding. Mr. Peanuts zooms down the hill. Just look at that squirrel go. These crack me up. The two squirrels build an igloo. Now we have another hiding spot for our acorns, said Cousin Squirrel. They are, after all, still squirrel. Cousin Squirrel builds a snowman. Mr. Peanuts thinks the snowman looks very fashionable indeed. I love the igloo. It's so cute. Next, Mr. Peanuts and Cousin Squirrel begin to build a gingerbread train. It's the perfect size to ride in, but Mr. Peanuts would rather eat it. He never gets treats like this at home. Look at that. I know. It's getting colder out here, said Mr. Peanuts. I know, Cousin Squirrel says. We should build a campfire. The open fire is warm and perfect for roasting chestnuts. Mr. Peanuts and Cousin Squirrel sing carols until the sun goes down. Time to go home, said Mr. Squirrel. It's Christmas Eve and we have a very big day tomorrow. Here they are around the campfire. That's hilarious. Okay. After wrapping presents, Mr. Peanuts and Cousin Squirrel sit in the warm living room by the fire and read together. Cousin Squirrel's favorite book is 'Twas the Nut Before Christmas. But Mr. Peanuts prefers The Nutcracker. They try to wait for Santa to arrive, but before long, they feel their eyes and their whiskers getting heavy. When Mr. Peanuts and Cousin Squirrel wake up on Christmas morning, there are lots of presents under the tree. Cousin Squirrel has a present from Mr. Peanuts. He can't wait to see what's inside. Peanuts, he said. That's the best present a squirrel could ask for. Mr. Peanuts has a gift from Cousin Squirrel too. What could it be? He opens it. You gave me peanuts too, said Mr. Peanuts. That's just what I wanted. Merry Christmas, squirrels. All right, friends. So for the writing assignment I want you to do today, I want you to think about, if Mr. Peanuts went on an adventure, what adventure would you want him to go on? I had an idea, and I wrote some of it down in my notebook. Let me see if I can find it. Here's what I think. I think I want Mr. Peanuts to visit Detroit. And I think he should go to the DIA. I think he should totally come visit us at the Boggs School. I think he should go to the Heidelberg Project. He should go to Eastern Market. And you should probably go and drive around and see all the cool murals all over Detroit, because Detroit has some amazing street art. Now, this book is going to take a long time to make, because I have to really carefully draw each picture and write the words really carefully. So just like the picture of Tallulah, I'm going to take some time to work on this, and when I get pages done, I will share them with you. But your assignment today is to think about and write about, if Mr. Peanuts went on an adventure, where would you want him to go? And to draw that picture and write those words. Have a beautiful day. See you tomorrow.